Daddy's back and he's got something to say.
It's rage right now, dude. It's some anger.
It's been a long week.
Dude, we got bones to pick. If you think we're going to sit here and bake you a pie and tell you guys love stories and things about, like, forget about all that. It's all
forget about it. I'm walking here.
Nah, I've been walking around for, like, the last day in gray sweats like I'm Tommy Gunn in Rocky 5. You know, I'm like ready to, like, break at any minute, you know, like somebody says the wrong thing, just kind of freaking throw a freaking roundhouse kick. Yeah, I'm wearing underwear. You're in a split the twirling.
Yeah, I got a butt crack stain.
I got a really bad anger problem, man. Yeah, so, and I mean, why don't you kick it off and tell them, like, what's been up with you? Today's 3/11. I mean, could it be any worse? This is just, you know, somebody tried to break into my car last night. We're gonna talk about all this stuff. I think we're gonna do today.
This is event cast.
Yeah, this is event cast. You know, we're gonna just tell you all the things maybe that pisses off. Maybe we'll do, you know, a couple songs of rage, and then maybe we'll tell you how we deal with our anger. And so
by drinking.
God, that's just my material as a joke today. You know, I'm hungry because I'm on a diet. You know, it's just I'm edgy right now, man. You know, it's just So anyway, man, I came home today, and you were just kind of sulking on the couch, and you were just. You know, I knew we were going to podcast today, and you just kind of started telling me about,
steaming.
You know, how your day went. You're like, I had a real bad morning, man. I had a real bad morning, man. It's just a real letdown, you know, my car and this, and tell them what happened, man.
Well, first off, this week, it was just so slow at work. Dead. When you're in sales, it's just like, it makes time go by, you know, super slow. But I had a good night Friday night. Went to a concert. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. You know, the next day was cool. It was just hungover and doing, you know, random stupid housework. God. It was raining, but it was kind of nice because, you know, it's we needed the rain. And when it rains, it pours. And ladies and gentlemen, I love the rain. But today, I went to the gym. I attempted to go to the gym. Got ready like 12:30 p.m. and drove all the way down the gym. I was driving one of our SUVs that's just on its way out. It's on its last leg. You know? Every single light's on. Yeah. The ABS, this, that, the CBS,
those ABS lights are
all those stupid lights.
Those ABS lights
and you know what really grinds my gears? It's freaking car trouble.
You would grind my gears.
You would grind my gears?
Yeah. Grind my gears.
It's car trouble. Maybe because I don't know anything about cars except how to drive them. And it's just when they mess up, dude, I can't stand it. So I almost get to the gym and light turns green and I hit the gas and it just doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, it just gets me, man.
And it wasn't like
pisses me off.
It wasn't like it was like there's like no gas getting into like the I don't know what's wrong with this stupid thing. And it was like, beep, beep, let's go.
Sounds like your fuel line just dropped, dude.
And I
clogged or whatever.
I turned off the car, turned it back on. It starts fine, and it just won't move. Yeah. And then it starts going just like 5 miles an hour. Everyone's like, burp, burp, let's go, asshole, get out of the way.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Your anxiety is just building up in the middle of an intersection.
Hey,
go, man.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, move your car,
Get out of the way.
What
fix
are you waiting for?
Shouldn't you go to the mechanic?
Hey, fix it.
Hey, mister, fix it.
Fix it. Hurry up. Fix it.
And finally, dude, I'm just like, dude, I got to get this car over to the side. Yeah. You know, I got to call AAA. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah,
and
some guy pulls over just to flip you off. What were you doing? You suck.
You have a cigarette? No. Dude, so it starts going a little bit, so I just flip a bitch. I turn around, I start heading home. I was like, I gotta get this thing back in my driveway stat.
Yeah.
And I barely, every time I got to a light, it would take almost like a minute for it to go. And just like, come on,
so both of you guys in the car, and you guys were what, going to the gym?
I was going to the gym myself.
Okay.
She works today.
All right.
So, and I barely got home, dude. This thing was just barely got it into the driveway.
Okay. So wait, how far did you get before you realized you had
I got about 1.5 miles.
Okay.
And then it was anytime.
And you were flooring it to get home, just to get the car moving.
The gas pedal was at the floor.
Oh, geez.
For it to go 30 miles an hour.
So you're like flooding it now.
I don't know what's going on. And then I came home in a fit of rage, and I just jump on my bed and just like, ugh! And then I just hear a crack. And I'm like, no, are you kidding me? I look underneath my bed, and my bed, I have a new bed with an old frame, so it only has like 4 like wood bars underneath it.
Yeah.
You know, not like the new beds that have like 30.
Yeah.
And it goes crack, and it's the middle. It's the middle one, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just, so now I have a lump in the middle of my bed that I need to get fixed.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so dude,
just makes me so mad.
I was so pissed.
I just got so mad.
I was like, I want to go to the gym. I had to do my laundry.
Punch my pillow.
I broke my freaking bed. I was like, what else can go wrong today? Jesus Christ. So I threw back on my Nikes, and I just started running, dude, like Forrest Gump. I just need to keep running, Jedi.
Fix yourself.
And I ran, dude, a good probably 2 or 3 miles today.
Yeah, just
and
dude, throwing punches.
Let me just say this. Running on the pavement versus running on the treadmill is a whole different story. It's totally different. I got home, dude. I was so beat and sweaty, so I guess I got my workout in that I needed to get.
Yeah.
And then, I got home. I was just pouty. I made myself a little hamburger, or a chicken sandwich because I'm on a diet.
Took your anger out on those dishes.
And I was like, oh, what are these dishes? Scrub that stupid cereal that's sticking to the bulb that my brother was
so mad.
Who made mac and cheese last night? Jesus.
You remember what Mom would say when she would get real mad? Ooh, that makes me mad. Ooh, that makes me so mad.
I'm so ticked.
What would Dad do when he got mad?
Hit you? I'm Get the belt.
No, he would. I think he would when Dad would.
Oh, he would just give you. He would snap his finger.
Yeah. Dude.
Or
he would be
grab your ear.
Yeah, but you knew he was really mad, like, if he was at a loss of words. He's like, oh, would you just... Tommy, what did you... and you get the look of disappointment, which always is the worst. But, yeah,
just get that mean stare down.
Yeah, just, what do you do? Would you just...
Tommy Mitchell,
just go on your own.
It's calling us all by a different name.
Yeah, that's what they would do. Tommy Mitchell, Michelle, I
don't care who you are, get in your room.
Oh, man, yeah. So, and then last night, it was raining night, so it was, like, perfect for a movie night. So, Bella and I were watching a movie. It's nice and raining, and all of a sudden we hear this loud pop.
It sounded like a gunshot.
Like, God dang it, dude. I'm like, what the heck is going on outside? There's freaking gunshots going off. And I'm trying to enjoy this night, watching a movie.
Yeah.
So, I go to the front, and I'm like, you're up watching TV, and I'm like, dude... And you're like, did you hear that? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And you're like, it sounded like a gunshot. I'm like, see, that was what I thought too. But it sounded like it came out from out front. So I look out there, and I see that my hood is open on my car. And I come back in the house, and
it was cracked.
Yeah, it was open. Somebody popped it.
For sure.
Open. And I say, hey, dude, watch
my back.
Watch my back, and I'm going to go out. So I kind of went down, looked down the street a little bit. And then I came back. The car was still locked. And then I'm thinking, I looked under my hood, I'm like thinking this thing's going to explode when I open it. I'm like taking steps back. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to grab my keys and make sure this thing even starts because it sounded like somebody messed with it or they tried to open the hood and do something or take something.
Apart or something.
Yeah, and the thing about the hood is on that car is that if you don't open it completely all the way, it comes back and snaps down. So I think that, we were driving around all day. We would have seen that thing popped open. I would have noticed it. And
do you have one of those gas tanks where you can push or pull and then it pops the trunk or the back?
No, it's a pull open or it's a pull only.
So you would need a pull.
Yeah, I know.
So exactly. You didn't accidentally do it because on our other car it's a push pull.
Yeah,
so you push for the trunk, pull for the thing or whatever. So there wasn't like a thing you pulled by accident.
Yeah, it would be intentional. And when it's raining outside and it, there's that noise, that's the prime time to, go break in someone's car and they can't hear it. There's a little thunder out there, the sounds of rain, everyone's inside, no one's looking. That's the prime time to
It wasn't thunder either because it was loud. It wasn't raining.
It was like boom. And it sounded just like somebody shut the hood, big metal hood, like on that Ford.
Either that or like a transformer blew up. Or...
Yeah, man, or I don't know, man. But I'm thinking that's what it was.
Your hood could have just been open and that week it could have been something else.
No, I would have noticed because that was the first thing I noticed right when I looked up. My hood's open, and I'm pretty sure that's what the noise was. And then I go get my keys, and I go back, and I try starting it, and of course it starts just fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was so glad I didn't leave my laptop in there because that's. I mean, I used to work for Lakewood. You know, that was so common. You know, for Bellflower and Lakewood to have these vehicle thefts or stolen vehicles, and they'll break in there, they'll smash your window just to take, you know, dollar and change out of the ashtray, let alone of my laptop or
your Beanie Baby collection,
something like that. Exactly. So
God forbid somebody got my Pog collection.
That noise could have also been the trunk, you know, like them opening the trunk.
Very true.
As well, and shutting it and just running off. But I think it was the hood. I think they got scared. They ran away. And there was no one out there at that time of night. You know, it was
and can you pop your hood from the front, or does it have to be within the car?
You have to do it from inside the car.
Okay.
There's a button on the remote, but that's only for the trunk. It's not for the hood. You know, the only way you can pop that hood is if you get it. But the thing was, the car was locked.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. It's hard to say, but that's my theory now because I didn't see any Edison guys out here first thing in the morning, and I left kind of early. So I don't know. Could have been anything, but you know, aside of that, my lack of I didn't bring any material today, which just pisses me off. You know, I'm looking on the internet. I see like that Amanda Bynes is getting fat. O.J. Simpson is freaking, you know, like just the last guy that you want to hear of from O.J. Simpson's doing like a 2-hour tell-all tonight on Fox. And that's what Fox... See, Fox is... okay, so ABC is premiering American Idol tonight. And this is the first season that it's been... And believe it or not, it's on the 16th year, dude. So I remember I used to remember watching that show like the first 2 years.
Like, you know, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson or
that's all I know.
Ruben Studdard, and then it was like that was the last time I watched it.
Wasn't Ruben Studdard? Oh no, he was that
Ruben
one.
Studdard, that big black guy.
Yeah,
dude. It's been 16 years.
Randy, hey dog, I don't know, wasn't feeling that dog.
Hey, I wasn't feeling that dog. So yeah, all those guys. So that finally, this is the first year where it's not on Fox anymore. They sold it to ABC. And what does Fox have to show tonight? But a 2-hour stupid special on O.J. Simpson. That was like, it's basically I was watching like the trailers on it, and he's like, you know, this kind of goes with our whole theme of just anger. He's right in the camera. And he's like, let me tell you a story you never heard. He goes, I'm going to tell you a story the whole world got wrong. Ooh. And it's like, tonight at 8 p.m., O.J. Simpson tells all. And it's like, you know, I guess...
One guy with a crazy story.
One guy tells the murderers, Judge Ito.
You better watch it because he's going to murder it.
They're all here, right here.
Killing it
on
Channel 7.
So 2 hours. He's going to talk about, you know, everything probably from the murders to the glove or all of his attorneys and everything like that. And I'm thinking, the only reason that a show like, you know, a 2-hour special like this has even garnered such attention is because of that stinking show, American Crime Story, which was that we started watching it the other night.
It's actually pretty good.
I finished it already, dude. And the O.J. Simpson show is it's really, really awesome. But now, dude, like O.J. Simpson, so he's been he got himself out of jail, then he was in jail, and like he ended up stealing like some of his old trophies or whatever like that. And
yeah,
I guess he's out again now. And he went to Fox to kind of tell his story, his side of the story, you know, and, you know, talk about his ex-wife and the guy that was there, Kato Kalin, or all those jokers, dude. And then...
they're just, like, running out of stories and material. They're like, all right, who do we got? OJ? All right, let's do OJ.
Let's bring OJ back. Yeah, and then poor American Idol, dude, they don't even have, you know, because he said, what was his name? Randy Jackson. They don't even have the original...
original crew?
Yeah, it was, like, Simon Cowell, which was, like, the reason people watched. You know, and he was the one who says what we think. You know, you're horrible.
He's
you
honest.
Off the stage. You know, the voice only a mother could love. They got Lionel Richie, dude, who's just like, look, Lionel probably has the most credit on there, but like, he's
How
just
old
not.
Is he?
He's just gonna be like patting everyone on the back. I think, you know, just like, oh, that's great. You know, I don't know.
That's awesome.
That was really good. You know, I wrote "Who We Are the World" with Michael. Luke Bryan, that country artist who's got like, his hit album is called Tailgates and Tan Lines. He sounds like Kermit the Frog. And then, of course, they're going to have Katy Perry on there tonight. Katy Perry to reach out to the young and the hopeless audience, dude, the teenagers.
She's still kind of relevant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. She's totally relevant.
Well, dude, the highlight of my week probably was going to be Friday.
Why?
So Friday we went to a show in L.A. We went and saw Steve Aoki.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, who's awesome. Just super high, crazy energy. We went to we went and saw it at the Shrine Auditorium. And then he had a couple people go on. He had Dioro, who's an EDM DJ. Grand Theft, who's another EDM DJ. He killed it. That guy was the best DJ for sure. And then there was a rapper, Designer. He sings that song, Panda, 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 Panda. Then you don't
probably got millions.
You don't understand the rest of the song.
Panda, Panda, Panda.
But dude, he killed the movie.
That's the kind of that makes me mad too, because that's the kind of crap that just chaps my butt, dude. This guy's gonna write a song called Panda. He drags and drops some stupid beat in there. So, look, Steve Aoki's got class, and I really like his remix of Thriller, so God bless him. But this stupid Panda guy you're telling me about, I've never even listened to his song, and I already hate this guy, you know? Like, and then you said all these words you can't even understand.
Dude, the whole song.
No, if David Bowie is probably rolling in his grave right now, just like looking at this guy, they just,
dude, these new rappers are terrible. You don't understand a word they're saying.
Yeah, dude, and the rap, and like the whole R&B. I was thinking about the R&B on the way over here, and it's like, they're not singing anymore, guys. Look, they're not singing anymore. They're talking into a microphone like, and I told who, where you gonna go. They go as low as their voice can go. Like, where you at, girl? I'm gonna get some shoes.
With a sick beat.
Then we gonna go over to the do. What we gonna do? Ooh, you know? And and like 50% of it is pitch correction.
Hey, maybe we'll write one of our own terrible songs like that today.
We need to do our own,
our own spin-off of terrible rap.
I'm in LA, dude. What you gonna do? Let's go get some shoes. I never meant to hurt you.
Fire.
Ooh.
Dude, the best
banging.
part.
It's fire.
Okay,
and then our song's it's gonna be a hit, dude.
Okay, so back to that concert. It was fun.
Okay.
I put a bunch of videos up. But besides the concert, was the Uber drivers.
Yeah, okay. So no Danger Dogs. You skipped out on them this time.
I skipped on the Danger Dogs. Okay. I was going to get one. My wife's like, no, you shouldn't do it. You're right.
Good call.
You're right.
That would have been diarrhea today.
For sure. Diarrhea for 3 days. So the Uber drivers back and forth were both great. There's some drivers that you get that you really, that just don't say anything. They won't engage with you. Like, I'm a very engaging person. I'm like, hey, man, how's your night going? You started around here? I'll get the conversation going. Uh-huh. The first guy that picked us up was this Hispanic guy. And he was like, he was cool, man, but I only understood like 75% of the words he was saying.
Because it was in Spanish.
It's like, hey. And then he started talking like, I just like nod my head. Yeah, for sure. Uh-huh. He did have some mariachi playing music, and I was like, oh, I love the song. Yeah, you do too? Weird. But the Uber driver on the way home was Lebanese. Uh-huh. He's like, hey, get in the car, yes. Dude, he was so much fun, dude. I was kind of tipsy, dude, and I was just like, I have a couple Lebanese friends that are awesome, and dude, we were talking about Lebanese food for 20 minutes. He's like, Habibi, the falafel, the shawarma, the puli, the hummus, the kebab. My god, it was awesome. I was like, man, you're making my mouth water, bro. Let's go get Lebanese food. Let's be best friends tonight.
Yeah, he almost pulled over right there.
He did, man. He's like, Habibi, let's get some food.
You're going to like our food. It's very explosive.
He recommended like a bunch of different Lebanese restaurants like all over LA and Orange County and stuff that I'm definitely going to check out. And I was like, oh man, have you ever? My favorite spot, because I was living in Huntington Beach the last 10 years, was this amazing Mediterranean Lebanese food place. And it was called Golden Olive, and it was on PCH and Warner.
Is that where he told you about Golden Olive?
I told him about that place, and he never heard of it. It's kind of a hole in the wall. Yeah. I ran into our Lebanese friend John's mom there one time.
Oh, God.
And dude, it's freaking amazing food. I love Lebanese food. It's just full of flavor. It's the best. And dude, this guy was making my mouth water for like the whole time. Yeah. I'm just like researching all these like restaurants.
So you're like, hey, go to the Golden Olive? He goes, no, the Golden Olive.
It is great. It's the bomb. Yeah, dude. But that was probably the best. It's
not Lebanese,
time.
by the way.
No, that was the best. Time that I had this whole week was that show.
That's tight, dude. Yes.
The rest of it was crap.
The rest of it was craptola. Yeah, well, good for you, man. That sounds like a freaking lot more fun than my week of just freaking working and sitting in traffic and just ready to freaking pull my hair out, my gray hair that's just sprouting from every angle of my head.
Yeah.
Just getting old, man.
Dude, I know. Tell me about getting old, bro. I was like, the last 2 times that I've gone out with my wife, like on a Friday night, dude, I'm tired, bro. Like 12 o'clock. I'm like, dude, I'm tapping out. Let's go. Uh-huh. And I told her, like, Because the show ended at like 1:30 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I told you.
I was tapped out at
12:30,
12:30, dude.
You guys came home back, you Ubered back?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're home early, man. Weren't you at like a club tonight? Like, I was expecting you to be home at 3.
Yeah.
I was sitting at home with my thumb up my butt, freaking watching Creep 2 by myself. Oh, I felt so stupid. I felt so.
You
stupid.
posted a picture on your Instagram like, "Oh, this is life" or something.
I did. And I was like, but the reality is that Friday night came.
Depressing.
And I was just chilling by myself, and I sent Josh a message of like 2 audio messages. Like, hey, you want to hang out tonight? And I saw that he opened them right away. And like 2 hours later, he texts me, hey, I just got these. And I was like, no, I know you opened it,
you don't know
Josh.
how this works.
I saw that you opened those messages, dude. And then, so I'm watching this stupid movie by myself. I watched Moon, which I was like in denial about it being kind of good.
Terrible.
And it's just
movie.
like this guy who's stuck on the moon by himself, like mining. I don't know.
I had
he
seen
finds
it.
out that he has clones on the moon, and then he hates his life.
And you recommended to me like it was like this amazing
I know,
movie.
because that was the only thing good that happened that day.
Dude, go watch this amazing, miserable
I
movie.
Posted a stupid picture of my feet on the couch, like, look at me, I'm having a good Friday night.
So extra.
And then I put on this movie, Creep 2, and I remember I watched the first Creep. It was good. But Creep 2, like, you came home, and it's like literally the writers of this movie, the first one's just basically about a guy who hires a kid, who's going to film school. Hey, do you want to go do a documentary out in the woods? And he ends up just killing the kid. And, it's like he's creepy. But then in the second movie, he does the same thing. Hey, $1,000 a day, and he puts it on Craigslist. It's $1,000 a day for a filmmaker to document my life. So as soon as this girl shows up, he hires her. It's like no questions asked. She shows up, and he's like, I'm a serial killer. I'm nearing 40. The last few kills just haven't been as fun for me. And she's just kind of like believes it, and she has like a show on the side that she does for YouTube. She's getting like 9 views, like kind of like us. And she wants to do like this crazy, he's like, so are you in or you're out? Do you want to do this project? Do you want to film my life? And I'm going to tell you all about my serial killer, and I promise I won't kill you. And so she's like in the bathroom talking to like into her phone, and she's like, okay, so I don't know if I should do this for my page, but I think that this is going to be like the video that I need to get my page, my YouTube page off the ground, is documenting this guy. And so he promises not to kill her, and he holds his word, and he's literally just telling her all about his kills and showing her footage literally from the first movie of the kills from that movie, because it was more than just that one guy that he killed, the documentarian. But he ends up falling in love, and this seriously turns into a love movie, like a really jacked up love movie where he's like, he tells her to leave, and she's like, no, I have to document. And he goes, I know about your YouTube show. I found it on the internet. And you walked in on that part where the serial killer is trying to confess his love to the girl, who is twisted in her own way for wanting to document this whole thing. After all, she believes the fact that, and then in the scene that you walked in, I think he acts like he's going to hang himself, but he really just was wearing a harness to scare the girl. Look, this movie is such a waste of breath. It was such a waste of time, and it was so embarrassing to have you walk in on me watching that stupid movie by me. So
I don't remember walking in.
Yeah, I know you don't remember, and I remember you, because as soon as you came in, you wanted to talk about, you sat down on the couch, and you wanted to talk to me about Joe Rogan's podcast, and how Joe Rogan had, at one point, Brian Redban was his sidekick, and now his sidekick is young Jamie. And what is this guy's job other than to kind of be a backup to Joe Rogan when he needs it? So if Joe Rogan has a guest on, he's like, hey, yo, young Jamie, or hey, Brian Redban, I need to pull up this video.
It's like reference.
These guys need to shut up. When Joe Rogan's talking to his guests, it's not like we're not here for Brian Redban's opinion. We're not here for young Jamie's opinion. They're the guy who makes the sound effect, but constantly Brian Redban would interrupt Joe Rogan. He would interrupt the guests.
Right.
And so he got canned. And now he has his own show, which is really where he should have been to begin with. Because if you have that much of opinion...
He was on a lot of his stuff for like years, too.
For a long time. Yeah, and I'm sure he was one of Joe Rogan's butts.
And if you go back and kind of listen to some of the old ones, you could just hear Joe getting pissed off at like when he would just go on his little tangents.
Yeah, because he didn't necessarily agree with Joe on everything either.
Right.
So,
which kind of make the show interesting sometimes,
right?
To have two different opinions instead of just one.
Yeah.
But there's just times like you're going against the flow of the show.
No, I think having somebody who's your sidekick, if Conan's sidekick or Jimmy Fallon, if they didn't necessarily get along, or if that stupid little fat guy Guillermo kept talking over Jimmy Kimmel when he was trying to give his pitch to the end, like, dude, Guillermo, come on, dude. That's why he's always sending him off to do his own thing. And it's not uncommon for a radio talk show who's famous, to have somebody who's younger, an apprentice style, who maybe has an opinion, to kind of back them up. And then that person starts to feel like, hey, I'm underutilized here. Look at Adam Carolla.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla had that girl Allison was his sidekick. And after several years of her being on the show, his problem was kind of the opposite, where, I'm telling you I'm having a book come out and you're not supporting or asking me questions about my book. Mm-hmm. Why do I have a person on my show who's not interested in what I'm doing? And he makes some good points. He makes some really good, valid points. But even people like Adam Carolla, if you don't, all his people on his show, if you listen to it, are yes men. Or, yes, I agree with you, Adam. And it's because Adam Carolla is a dick. And if he doesn't like what you're saying, he's going to make you feel bad.
He's
going to push you down. And you got to have a voice to come back at him and make him... to get him angry.
Right.
And the only one, he obviously had the power to fire this girl who was just, rather than not necessarily stroking his ego, mm-hmm. was just not really doing anything. She wasn't really, pulling her weight on the show. She was just kind of like on her own agenda and would chime in whenever she wanted. But the one person I also see who ruffled his tail feathers is Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith, you always see him walking around with his jersey. He's just a comic book guy, a big fat comic book guy. He's known as writing Clerks or Chasing Amy or Dogma. He's got some really cool movies. And his stand-up is great, by the way.
Yeah.
And he had a back and forth with Adam Carolla, and Adam Carolla was ranting and ranting and ranting about Kevin Smith for months about, he didn't call me back on the show. And, I left him a message saying, let's do this. And we were supposed to collaborate. And Kevin Smith says, cool, dude. So he has Kevin Smith on the show to, explain to me why you weren't more excited in your reply emails to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I thought it was cool, and Kevin Smith was really cool about it. But it just, look, and we all know through texting or emails, it's sometimes hard to read.
Absolutely.
What people's level of excitement is, or and
there's a whole Kevin and Peele skit about that, or Key and Peele skit.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, about just texting, are we hanging out today? K.
K.
What's he mean, K?
What's he mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough.
So you don't know what that person on the other end.
And Kevin Smith, though, it was
is thinking,
is an exciting person, and I think Adam Carolla,
he's a big baby.
I think maybe he is now, because so many of his shows have been canceled. Now he's down to a podcast, and look, there's nothing against podcasts, but he is so traditional minded, and it's even evident in the way that his show is structured, mm-hmm. Where his advertisements, for only $3.99 right now, and you can get this call right now, and now that's just not how it's done. You're not supposed to sound like that guy anymore.
It's the radio guy. Oh, right.
You listen to any other podcasts. We're not at that age anymore. We're at a point where it's like, hey, you can just talk about it in your normal voice. Hey, they got this, or go to Squarespace or Square Cash, or go to semantics.com, or
you don't need all the fluctuations.
You can design a website, or you can buy this bulletproof coffee. Look, you can do it, or you can make it funny. I know I really like Duncan Trussell's, way of telling his... Yeah, man,
it's so cool.
Yeah. Are you tired of erupting pustules of orgasmic space in your mouth every morning, erupting into your eyeball sockets, which are bleeding out?
He's so
the
descriptive.
100-year bliss of mud mouth and diarrhea that's pouring from. I don't know. He describes things in funny ways, and it's the same way with what's his name? Hey.
Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz. He does, and you can tell these guys are picking their sponsors. They're picking their sponsors, and they're doing. He does
cool people that they enjoy.
Tushy, Hello Tushy, which is like basically like a bidet website.
Oh, no.
It's like, listen, it's Valentine's Day. You got a stinky asshole. You don't want to show up with that. You know, you got the in-laws coming over. You don't want them stinking at your house. They're sitting on your couch. You want to wash that old bat. All right, just put a bidet. Call right now. You know, and he does he makes it funny.
Oh, I love Joey Diaz.
Yeah, so Adam Carolla, I think he's just kind of stuck in.
He's on his way
He's stuck in the '90s, dude. And look, hey, for all intents and purposes, Adam Carolla back in the '90s on Loveline. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Dr. Drew.
Dr.
K-Rock.
Drew and Loveline, or Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla had a show called Loveline, which was basically just a hotline for kids to call, you know, and they could talk about, you know, hey, there's a girl in this class I really like her. Hey, I have a bump on the tip of my thing, you know, or whatever, you know, and you have the doctor on the show, Dr. Drew, and you got Adam Carolla, the funny, you know, and it was just a perfect combination for these kids to talk to, and it would come on at 10. It was on K-Rock, you know.
I listened to that almost every night. I learned a lot of stuff from there.
School.
I learned so much shit from there.
You know, the kids would always talk about it at school the next morning, you know, and you can still go online, go on YouTube, listen to old Loveline stuff. That stuff's
It was
classic.
informative. It was funny. It was entertaining. It was on for 2 hours.
It was on from like 10 to midnight. So it's like, it was perfect. You're in high school. You know, you just throw on your little AM/FM tuner to what is K-Rock
106.7.
106.7 K-Rock KROQ with Kevin and Bean.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Those were the good old days.
The weenie roast this summer.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. We're gonna have Simple Plan, 741, and Blink 182. They're all gonna be there. Make sure you get your tickets for the weenie roast. You know. Oh, you know what? I heard this year is the last year for Vans Warped Tour.
I've never been.
Dude, Vans Warped Tour, so it's just a tour around the world, and they have whoever the hottest rock bands are that they're gonna have on a rock station.
Yeah.
And for the last couple years, it's kind of been like the alternative rock. You'll get people like Escape the Fate or the Linkin Parks or Paramore, or you're not gonna have probably that Panda guy there. But this is the last year they're gonna do it. I'm planning on going because I know they're going to have they're going to bring back a lot of the classics. I think they're going to have the Offspring there. They'll definitely probably have, I know for a fact they're going to have Simple Plan there. And they will have Sum 41 and just a bunch of other dudes. I know they're still working on getting some of the people that have grown to become bigger acts like Paramore. But overall, that's definitely something to go to. I remember my first mosh pit that I ever got into was a Vans Warped Tour to an Escape the Fate show. So when you go to Warped Tour, there's like 5-10 bands playing all at once. They got like 5 or 10 stadiums. The one I went to, this was in 2009, and it was over at the Home Depot Center over there in Carson.
Yeah.
And they had.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Yeah, it's they had Escape the Fate playing. And if you've never heard of Escape the Fate,
they're rad, dude.
2009 and 10, or a little before that, those were their years to go see them play. And I remember they came out with they were playing My Apocalypse, which is, if you've never heard that, just look it up, Escape the Fate, My Apocalypse, and you'll be blown away. But I remember that was the first song that I ever started throwing my arms around to, and everyone started just moshing, and it was fun, dude. And then all of a sudden there's like the Circle of Death. And all these kids are running in a circle, And then if you're the crazy one, you'll jump in the middle of the circle and you'll just start swinging your arms around. It's just a way for these kids to get out anger and frustration at, whatever's going on at home, and they're mad at their parents' rules, or, they don't like their curfew, or they don't like the fact that they can't buy alcohol, or I don't know, whatever their problem is, they gotta. Yeah, here we go. Here's the breakdown right here. What he had to say. Oh wait, not yet. Standing in the rain, you look me straight in. Here we go. This is the breakdown right here. What do you have to say? No
That whole screamo was like a good one there, dude, for a minute. That was like the...
oh, totally.
That was the...
Yeah, you know, and we've brought up John a few times. We played one of his songs a while back. But that band, you know, we played probably their lightest song. That was a screamo band. I know there was a lot of great bands.
Remember Finch? I liked Finch a lot.
Dude. Yeah, there was a lot of great bands, you know, at that time. But that whole genre... Yeah. You're dead to me, oh my beautiful wife. Wait, that's, who is that?
Dude, that's...
Silver and Cold?
No.
AFI.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Miss Murder, and they had Silver and Cold, The Girl's Not Grey.
Yeah.
I've made it down tonight, much further down.
I'm slitting my wrist right now.
What follows? Remember that song?
Yeah, totally.
Follows.
Those are some good songs. Those are definitely in our spiky hair days.
Spiky hair days. That's funny, dude. Spiky hair.
I was talking to my coworker
helmet hair
about
days
this the other day.
Yeah,
dude.
the helmet hair days.
I was like, man,
spiky hair.
Do you remember the products you used to use? Well, first off, when I used to slick my hair back, I used to use Tres Flores, which is like freaking Vaseline. And then we started spiking our hair. We started using Ice Spiker, and we also used Labella. Remember the big old fat tub of gel, Labella?
That was just a water-based gel. You had to blow dry it if you use that. But the Ice Spiker,
for 5 minutes.
That Ice Spiker, that got to be glue. That stuff was it's a thick paste glue. Your hair ain't going anywhere. I still use it, dude.
I still use it too. I use Got to be. I don't use Spiker anymore because it was
but
always
not
super
the level
expensive.
because you remember how much it would take to spike. But now it's like you could put one little drop in your hand.
I use about a nickel size,
and it's good for your whole. It keeps it in place, like
for
perfect,
sure, all the time.
Perfect for an entire day.
Well, because me too. I have headphones like this that I wear at work. You know, with a microphone or everything. So I'm constantly taking them on and off. Yeah. So I would normally use like some kind of like paste or something to just kind of keep my hair to the side. But I have to keep it like rock freaking hard because I'm taking off my headphones all day. If not, I'd look like Wolverine. My hair like all over the place. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
I've always hated, dude, the fact that I had to use that. I've always had to use that gel because my hair, I just look a big freaking puffball, dude. Like it just shoots straight out of the sides. Yeah. You know, if it's not.
That blowfish head.
Yeah, it's definitely a blowfish, and that's why the spike era was so good for my hair because it was straight hair, and if it's, you know, you spike it in the back, you spike it on the sides and on the top, that was perfect. But I remember you used to do it where the top was spiked up, but then the sides were spiked but angling up, so it like curved up, you know, like it was like a little fireball, dude. You know, like the back was like kind of going up too. You know, spike I think dyed white. Yeah, I remember
I had it like bleach blonde, like almost white blonde.
I think it's dyed in this picture we have right by our desk. Maybe I think that one of you in the truck.
One of the ones with
spiky
the top
hair,
right or left. Yeah.
And if you didn't have the spiky hair, you were wearing like one of those stupid flexi fit hats. So we got to get all this anger out. I think we should just do a song. Let's just do a song to just get our rage out now.
Let's do it, man. Let's get this freaking anger out. Oh, it's just so built up. Punch it, baby.
I just want to smash something.
Hulk smash.
Oh. Yeah.
Anger. Anger. So mad, everybody. Jeez. Nothing works. Mitch, hold on. Dude, let's dial this back. This isn't making me feel better. We need to...
What do you want to bake him a pie, dude? We're supposed to get our anger out.
I know, my heart's racing, my blood is boiling. I'm just so mad. But you know what? We need to just dial this back because this isn't us, right? This isn't Eynon Brothers podcast. What we need to do is take a lighter approach. What do you think?
I think it'd be nice
if
things were better.
I think it would be nice if things were better. So
you're saying you want to take a chill pill when we're at our peak of anger? You want to take a chill pill? You think that's going to make us feel better? We were about to sing break stuff, and we were about to throw this freaking computer across the room.
Dude, I almost, I had a little baby to punt off, too. But This isn't us, man. Let's do something different.
I'm ready to just...
Let's take a simple song and we'll sing angry.
Okay.
But we just
all right.
need a less
I'm mad.
song.
Because I'm mad
too.
I'm mad too.
All right,
well, let's get it out.
Let's
get it out.
Let's get it out. Let's get it out.
Woo! Wouldn't it be nice if we were younger and the DMV lines weren't so long? Wouldn't it be nice to be a trust fund baby spending nights in a back car? No more bills, no more stupid traffic. No more bills, I finally had it.
I feel so much better, dude.
Yeah.
I feel so much better.
That
My
did
anger
help.
is out.
I know, that was pretty soothing, huh?
That was... It went from 0 to 100 back to 0.
Very good.
To 100 to 0 to 0 100.
It was like that painter guy, that Bob Newross guy. Just kind of have like that really relaxed feeling.
Yeah. Just like, dude. So, on a lighter note, man.
Bob Ross, painter.
Let's bring this podcast back up.
Yes.
Hey, dude,
for the second half.
I watched yesterday. Have you seen that stand-up special by the that French guy, Gad Elmaleh?
Oui. Yeah, I watched it like off my iPhone, I think like 2 days ago.
Dude, it was so freaking funny, man.
It was good.
I really
like
enjoyed it. I really liked a lot of his jokes. He jokes about, being an immigrant coming to this country where, he was a superstar in his other country coming to here. Oui. And now he's just like nobody here. And then now he's trying to make it.
shit.
Yeah. It was really funny, dude. I like that one bit where he's talking about like, God dang, I hate these stupid people on Instagram using boomerang. And he does like this little silly pose where he's like moving back and forth like 10 times like on like a boomerang video. I agree. Those videos are super annoying. But yeah, man, that was something funny I watched yesterday, and I thought it was so funny that I actually watched it twice because my wife obviously is from another country, and like he talks about a lot about the English language and grammar and just like different stuff like that.
That's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, and if English is your second language, or if you understand a different language other than English, I would suggest checking him out. His first name is spelled G-A-D, and Elma. It's like E-L-M-A-H or something. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, if you have a Netflix account, they've been pushing that special, I think, now for the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Since Friday night, which is, believe it or not, that was the same night that I watched Creep 2 and Moon.
Yeah.
But on my phone, kind of like the traffic.
2 depressing movies.
Yeah, traffic is so bad on the way back from work on Friday nights that I downloaded the video. Because you know how Netflix is cool because you can actually download a full video and just watch it while you're off of Wi-Fi.
Oh, really?
So as long as you have, So if you go on your Netflix app on your phone and you go to the available for download, they don't let you download everything. Mm-hmm. But if you have a Netflix app and you have an account, then you can go onto the app and download it. So just like podcasts, so you don't have to stream it. Do you ever download podcasts before you leave the house on Wi-Fi?
It says like download via Wi-Fi or download later or something.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to it and use your data. Unless you have unlimited data, then it doesn't matter. But
I have T-Mobile. I have unlimited data. So yeah, I definitely do. I definitely will. I don't need to download that podcast later. I have, good T-Mobile stuff, but no, man.
I guess they look.
I just stream them right away.
Yeah, the only upscale, or the only bonus to downloading a video like that, even when you have Wi-Fi or even when you have unlimited internet, is that it's not going to skip.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to lose coverage, or there's not going to be any kind of like buffering at any point while you're driving.
I hate that.
Yeah, and look, I know T-Mobile is not the best, but I would
especially around this area.
Yeah, I would prefer unlimited T-Mobile data over my 5 gig AT&T data plan. It's fast internet, but it's so fast that I run right through it and I get billed an extra $50
You run out
per
fast.
gig. Yeah, because it's only 5 gigs, dude. That's like an old plan that I've had since 2014.
Jeez.
So that whole 5 gig thing is like what AT&T Next or whatever. So it's 5 gigs, but I have a paid off phone. So I'm not making payments for a new phone. I'm just paying for every other month overage on data because I always go over.
Yeah.
So, and the payment really for a new phone is $20, $25. And if you get on a new plan, the unlimited data is cheap. Or if you, typically it's like $100, $90 or $100 if you're on a single person plan, brand new phone. Now people buy phones on credit, so you might put $100 down, $200 down.
That's like what I have. I'm paying for 2 phones, 2 plans, unlimited. I got the protection plan on there. I think it's like $190
Per month.
per month.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, mine's $75.
Opposed to paying I was paying like $170 to $180 before with AT&T, and I mean I had great coverage, but I wasn't paying off a phone. It was just cell coverage and unlimited texting. I think
it's believe it or not, I know it's not a monopoly yet, and there's a lot of competition with cell phone carriers, but it's hard to figure out which is. I look on the internet, because I want to get a new phone, and I want to get an unlimited data plan. But when you go on there on the internet, there's all these asterisks here. Look for the number 1 note here. It's like they don't make it too easy on you to figure out what the best deal for you is. Yeah, and there's a lot of hang-ups. So it's like, only unlimited on if you use these websites. Or
I gotta give it to AT&T, dude. I had them for like 10 years, and granted they were expensive. The coverage is good, dude. Like I had freaking 4 to 5 bars everywhere I went, everywhere.
Yeah, even
versus T-Mobile, I could be sitting in my room and have like 0.1 bar,
unless you're on Wi-Fi.
And Wi-Fi, I'll go back to 4 or 5 bars.
But I'm not gonna lie, even on the Wi-Fi we have here, I lose coverage in my room. And my room is in the corner of the house. Yeah. But even though it's in the corner of the house, it's adjacent to where the living room is, which is where the router is.
Right.
And it shouldn't have a problem.
We should probably buy like a repeater or something.
Yeah, I do.
You just plug in the wall and then it just repeats it back over here. Because my my little Roku box that I have plugged into my TV skips all the time. Like I'll be watching a movie on Netflix and it's like, and I pause it, and then 20 minutes later, it's like, right when it's in a good part, always.
Yeah, your Roku box is for your music, though, right?
No, it's got like Pandora. It's got,
But you can Bluetooth it without Wi-Fi, right?
No, I don't have a smart TV. The TV's not a smart TV. It's just, I don't know. I have to have that little box connected to it, so that gets like the internet stuff.
Oh, Roku! It sounds like a Pokemon.
It's an old one, dude. It's a Roku, old.
Holographic.
Very old. Oh, very ancient.
How do you get a holographic?
Off the market.
Roku.
eBay.
Oh, Charizard.
Cannot find it.
You cannot find it nowhere.
You can't find it nowhere.
Oh, it's so rare. Dude, we never bought into that.
Sorry, we went to an Asian accent there.
Dude, we never bought into those Pokemon cards, huh?
Pokemon?
Never. Like, all of our friends, man. Brother. All of our friends bought into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Digimon. And
anybody that had that stuff was not my friend.
Pokeboy on the Gameboys. And like, dude, just...
Pokeboys in Thailand?
Dude, yeah. Lady boys.
You want a little Pokeboy?
Oh, you ordered the Pokeboy. Yeah.
Oh, 2 for 1 to the Pokeboy.
You can't smell. Smell my finger. You please smell my... Yeah, but anyways. Dude, we never bought into that. And I remember, going back to elementary school, the Game Boy Color had just come out. And I know the Game Boy had been out for a while, and you had guys playing Tetris or Mario Brothers on that first one that was black and white. And the Game Boy Color was a game changer. And the Pokemon games in particular, everyone was playing. And I remember just being so lost, because not only did I not play the card game, let alone the Nintendo 64 games, and which was Pokemon Snapchat, and then there was Pokemon Stadium, dude, and there was Pokemon on the Game Boy Yellow and Orange and Purple, and
then Pokemon Go came out a year or two ago.
Oh, it's so stupid, man.
Everyone's outside walking around.
See, I'm just getting mad again thinking about
Pokespot.
Yeah, I'm getting Poke mad right now.
I was
dude.
the only kind of Poke I like is Pokefish. That's my favorite. Hey, dude, I had a freaking funny thought this morning. My thought was, I think that Netflix rather, is subliminally sending me messages and trying to turn me into a drug dealer.
Oh, definitely.
Because
Definitely.
it's constantly suggesting drug documentaries to
Yes.
me. You might like this.
Yes.
And it's like giving you step-by-step instructions on how to do everything, what numbers to call,
Right.
you know, dude, all the different like lingo, get a burner phone, how to, you know, make products out of your
Nice.
house, out of household items, giving you
A
code
burner
names,
phone?
street names, dude.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
10
it's
minutes.
like and Netflix is always, you know, getting me, you know, when I'm vulnerable, like, you know, when I'm broke, have no money, you know, or like drinking at night or by myself, you know, like, hey, Tommy, do you want to make a ton of money right now, very
like there's a
fast?
guy-
And you're like, yes. Hold on.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I need to eat. I need to eat, baby. You know, I mean, it's so funny. I'm like, am I tripping, dude? It's like, meanwhile, I'm also, you know, doing 10 push-ups while I'm watching these documentaries, you know, just in case, you know, I need to go to prison, you know, like, just in case I get caught, you know, I'll be ready. I'll be swole.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, T-Dog? Yo, what's up? You coming to the Red Box? It's like there's a guy sitting on, like, inside of every single Red Box, like he's the Wizard of Oz.
He's just looking at you.
He knows. He's studying you as you walk up.
Writing stuff down about you.
He's looking at your video choices, dude. He's looking at what kind of shoes you're wearing. You know, he looks at the bags under your eyes. It's 1 a.m. What are you doing in a Red Box, dude? Then
No, Netflix.
Then he's asking you about
Netflix.
burner phones. You know, and
No, Netflix. When you're just up late night and you might like this, you might like that.
Yeah.
Based on whatever you're watching.
Yeah.
They're always like, Cocaine Cowboys.
You should watch this
I'm like,
movie.
what?
Yeah.
Cocaine Cowboys #2.
yeah, and Netflix,
And I'll watch it, dude. I'm like, how did Pablo Escobar do this?
Dude,
they
and
moved what? Where?
dude, and Netflix has got to be so confused. Like they got some poor guy in India probably picking out what we would like to watch, but he's probably so.
You really like this
You
one.
really like that movie,
Based on what you've been watching.
but I'm very confused.
I'm really telling you.
You comedians and cars
please
drinking
watch
coffee.
this.
He's probably confused because you're using my Netflix account in the living room. So he's seeing, the computer sees what you watch plus what I watch, and then it's going to throw out some random algorithm on what we want to watch next, like Field of Dreams or comedians in car drinking coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. And now it's, you know, offering stupid, like the other day it told me that I would be interested in watching Strippers, which is like a stupid show that interviews these girls that are strip for a living. Then you look at it, it's like, look, dive behind the sad behind the scenes lives of these girls and how they get, you know, fit the bill basically.
Like what Jim Gaffigan's talking about. After hours.
After hours.
I love that part.
After
Speaking of drug movies, dude, there's so many, bro, from like Blow to this to that. Have you watched that movie, American
the founder,
Made?
McDonald's is a drug.
Have you watched American Made with Tom Cruise?
Oh, dude, I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
I remember when you rented it, and I was stoked that you rented it because it's
That
like,
was
dude, you know
so
what?
good.
Yeah, man. No, people don't give Tom Cruise enough credit, man. But Tom Cruise is a great actor, dude, and he was great from the start. Like you go back, you look at his first movies, like even Risky Business, or even earlier than that. Like he was one of the outsiders for crying out loud, man. He just had a blacked out tooth. You know, he was like what 19 years old, and you know, hanging out with Patrick Swayze and Emilio Estevez. He was one of the outsiders. If you didn't know that, go back and watch that movie. Watch Risky Business. It's Tom Cruise basically trying to figure out how to make money while his parents are out of town.
Yeah.
He meets a call girl, you know, because one of his friends, as a prank, calls her to his house, and he's like, hey, how many friends do you have? And he ends up having a brothel out of his parents' house and making a bunch of money. And then the dean to the college that he applied for shows up for a personal interview while he's conducting business at his house.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going on here? How did you want to get into Harvard? You know, and then he's like, Tom Cruise realizes he's just totally blown his chance because he got all these guys and girls walking around his house, and he's just like, you know, sometimes he puts on his Ray-Ban wafers, he lights a cigarette. Sometimes you just gotta say, what the you know?
Do you know what? Dude, he seems like he doesn't age, like he ages well for like white people just age horribly. Let's just, you know, just come to terms with it.
He looks older, but
and no, the last Mission Impossible he looked old, dude. His eyes were baggy and stuff. But when he did this American Made movie, his eyes weren't looking all baggy.
Mission Impossible, another great series.
Yeah. And no, he looked a lot younger. I was gonna say in that movie. I was like, I don't know.
Dude,
what
those
kind
movies
of
came
skincare
out.
he's using.
The first two kind of came out, within just a few years apart. The third one or whatever they made after that, those ones were they took some extra time.
Yeah.
But my favorite Mission Impossible was the second one, dude.
Me too.
I love that one, dude. And
the first one was a submarine, but the second one was
like
we bought it. That was like one of our first movies we ever bought.
It was the Crimea. He's like, I have the Crimea, the virus, and.
Is that the one where he like rips his face off? And
he's got the mask. He does that in a few, I think, but he definitely the masks were like a huge part of the second one.
Yeah,
I think the virus was called Crimea, and he like falls in love with I think it's Zoe Saldana.
Oh, she's so hot.
I think she's the main.
I know her
first
name is Zoe for sure. She's like a mixed chick.
Yeah, she looks half
kind
black,
like
but now she's in
white or something.
she's in Guardians of the Galaxy and she's in Westworld. If you watch Westworld, she's like one of the robots.
She's a hottie.
She's cool.
Dude, I thought of something kind of funny too the other day. It has nothing to do with this U2 era, but just like when you go to like the movies, and you get your ticket and you're just kind of caught up in the moment of what you're doing, and they're like, okay, enjoy the movie, and you're just like, you too, but you don't really mean to say it, and you catch yourself as you keep walking. You're like, oh shoot, I didn't mean to say that.
I love you. You too.
I have said that so many times, like you too, to people. Like, you're going to like Disneyland or Knott's, and you walk in, like enjoy your day. You're like, okay, you too.
Yeah,
oh wait,
I
you're
thought
working.
you were coming at it. I thought you were gonna come at this one from an angle of somebody else saying you too, but the reality is that we, say it more back to servers or the staff member because they, my pleasure, you too, or have a great day at the theme park, you too, have a nice day, you too, and they're just working. That's common, dude. I've definitely done that a few times.
Did I tell you every time I go to Chick-fil-A, I try to like say thank you as many times to Chick-fil-A employees?
Yeah, because they'll say
pleasure,
because they have to say my pleasure every time.
That's so funny. Also, what's really funny is where I work at. I work in sales. I'm working on the phones, and we get our leads are transfers from the Philippines. So these Filipino call centers we have in like Manila or whatever, they call all these like data that we have, and then they transfer it to us once they get them on the phone, right? So long story short, they transfer somebody to me, and their English is kind of slightly broken. And that's why I kind of like that guy's GAD special, because it was kind of like relating to this.
Right.
And lately there's just one guy in this call center in the Philippines, and he transfers people. And he's like, okay, so-and-so, you have nice hands. Have a good day. You have nice hands, is what he says. Yeah. And I had, instead of him saying, okay, Mitchell, you're in good hands.
Yeah.
Here's Tommy. Uh-huh. So he's like, okay, so-and-so, you have nice hands. Have a nice day. And it's like, oh my God.
Very nice hands.
The other day, this lady was not listening. He was like, okay, Miss Jessica, you have nice hands. And she says, thank you.
Wow.
I don't know if she was like saying thank you to him.
Yeah.
Or she should like look down her hands. Like, maybe I do have nice hands. Oh, man, that was just freaking too funny, man. Too funny.
So you were listening to their conversation?
No, they transfer me calls. Uh-huh. So and it's a live transfer.
Right.
So they're like they connected with somebody on the phone, then they call me, and then they connect me, and then the other customer. Okay. And then they leave the line.
So the nice hands. They were referring to you, that they were in good hands.
They were telling the client that you're in good hands with me.
You're in nice hands right now.
They're like, okay.
You're in Tommy's hands.
That's an Indian accent. The Filipinos are like, okay, Miss Jessica, you are in good hands. You have nice hands. And they go, oh, thank you. And then I'm like, hi, I'm American. How are you?
Yeah, that is kind of slang, dude, that they might not catch right on to.
Well, we corrected it. We corrected it already. We told that person, like, hey, can you just change the language you're saying just to you're in good hands versus you have nice hands. It's a slight difference, but it sounds a lot more professional.
Yeah, it means something completely different.
Exactly. 100%. 100%. Dude, so as everybody knows, we're kind of getting back in the gym, getting back into our routines. I've been going every day, in the morning time. And I saw the funniest thing the other day, bro. I saw two old dudes get into it in the steam room.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So this
slapping their hands
this
together.
Asian guy walks in, and there's a couple people like already sitting down, and it's like a 2-step, right? There's like a layer of a step and then like another step, right? So some people are just mainly sit up on the top and their feet sit on the bottom step. Mm-hmm. There's no room in there, but there's just one fat Asian guy, and he's laying down and taking up a whole side of the wall, laying down flat.
Classic.
And he's probably 60, 70 years old. And then this old white guy comes in, and he's probably like, 75 or, 70, 75. And he's just an old, cranky, just white guy. And he's just like, scoot your ass over.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, what? He was like, what you say to me? And he goes, what'd you hear? He goes, what you say? He's just, scoot over. I'm trying to sit down. Like, they were getting into it. I turned my headphones down to see what was going on. Okay. The old Asian guy was like, like he was so taken back. He goes, you are very rude. And then,
Mr. Miyagi.
And he goes, shut up, the white guy says.
Shut up.
And then the Asian guy goes, like, he didn't know what to say. He was, like, so, like, ruffled up. And it's so stinking hot in there, dude, and, like, steamy and stuff. And he goes, what you say? And then he goes, what'd you hear? And he just kept saying that. And then the Asian guy got so mad, and then he, like, walks to the other side of the steam room. And then he goes, F-U-C-K-U. Like, he didn't even want to say the F word to him. He spelled it out. F-U-C-K-U. And then he leaves. And
he went into a Soldier Boy. You, F-U-C-K-U, F-U-C-K-U.
Dude, it was so hilarious.
Bonsai.
I was like, oh my God. It was just these little things you see in the gym, man. And this guy's like, you can tell the white guy's just like an old military, like, you're moving or losing, buddy.
Move it or lose it, pal. Well, that brings me to my next question, dude. Would you rather,
oh God,
have a chicken fight with the village people?
A chicken fight with the village people?
Or let Stevie Wonder give you a haircut and shave your face?
Can you describe more of these in detail?
You're in a 4-foot pool. The village people just did a really sweaty set. They sing YMCA and Macho Man. You know what I'm talking about? You got the guys in the Indian outfit.
YMCA.
Okay, so you're playing chicken fights with these guys, or you let Stevie Wonder shave your face and he's giving you a haircut. So he's handling a bunch of blades and he's blind as a bat.
Okay, let's see. Are these blades razor blades, or are they just like just
scissor cut?
The machines?
Scissor cut, and a straight razor.
Oh, the straight razor! Get the hell out of here! I'll take the
Stevie Wonder, dude.
No way, dude.
So you're gonna play chicken fights with the village people?
Am I gonna let somebody possibly cut my neck open doing a straight
Stevie
shave?
Wonder, dude.
Is this his first straight shave, or is he professional?
Dude, it's just he's a musician, dude. He ain't a professional barber, dude.
Dude, we're doing YMCA.
All right, looks like you're doing YMCA in the pool. You're gonna be a chicken fight. I never even said if you were gonna be on the shoulders or carrying the Indian guy, dude. Sucker. Yeah, that's funny.
He's like, you gotta have to hold me on your
chicken fights?
shoulders, but I'm gonna turn the other way around.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, get yourself off the ground. You can't
wanna play
there.
Chicken fight in the pool. Down, 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 down. Yo, man. I listened to your podcast. I said, yo, man. I got a cheesy joke for you I saw online.
What is it?
I gotta bring it to the table.
Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me your jokes.
George Clooney. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo.
And Matthew McConaughey. They get together to make a movie. And George Clooney says, I'll direct. Leonardo DiCaprio says, I'll produce. And Matthew McConaughey says, all right.
That's classic, dude.
That's great, man.
And Matthew McConaughey. Hey, guys, don't forget, the EBP hotline is up. So if you have a bone to pick, you got something to say, don't forget to give us a call. 562-461-9016. Calls now. That line is always open, and it's plugged in, and we're paying for that stupid landline. So call it and leave a stinking message. We'll put you on the podcast. Moving on.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes.
And it's kind of a dumb question, but what's your favorite app on your phone? Or apps? Because I have like 50 apps on my phone.
You know what? I probably have about 20, 25. And I have some really ridiculous apps on my phone, like the McDonald's app.
Tell me about that.
It gives me deals. It's like $1. I don't understand why you would go to McDonald's. And some people would say, why would you go to McDonald's in the first place? Or pay $5 for like the Grand Mac or Big Mac. Dude, if you just download that stinking app, they have a coupon on there that's good like anytime. A $1 any sandwich. You just get it. You just use it. $1. You go over there. If we were on that diet, dude, I'd be the first one online. Go, give me a Big Mac, $1. Sign up with a different email. I'd log in under something else, dude. Give me another Big Mac for $1, dude. I'd save so much money. Look, that's not my favorite app. I'm just saying. Some deals on there. The lowest of low apps I ever downloaded was the Burger King app, though. When I was working
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was like on that BK app.
I can't remember the last time I've been there.
But enough about food apps.
What was the BK app about?
The Burger King app.
Was it better than McDonald's?
No, actually the McDonald's app gives you better deals. But the Burger King app, it's just basically just because of the fact that you have an app that's like has a registered email that you had, and they're going to send
Burger King's like, thanks, thank you, you're our first customer.
The fact that you're giving them your email and confirming it, you know, which you have to do.
They're like, we owe you $10.
They'll give you like, oh yeah, free fries and a drink with the purchase of any hamburger or something like that. Just stupid deals. But the McDonald's ones are ridiculous, where like they're practically like they'll hook you up, you know, for $2, $3.
Yeah.
My favorite app though, the one app I use probably the most is Snapchat. You know, they got the funny filters, and then you could take videos and just save them as if it's just like the camera. Obviously the camera app. I like the Instagram app. Facebook app's cool. The one app though I just clearly use more than anything is probably the Spotify app. You know, and if you have a Spotify account, you know, then it's definitely worth it. You know, you're gonna be listening to music, you know, at all times, and you can download full albums, and it's just kind of saved in the app so that you're not using your data plan as you're driving around. Just download them while you're on Wi-Fi. The Stitcher app's great. You can listen to podcasts. That's like that's how I used to listen to podcasts, actually. Now I actually use the app that's built into Apple phones, which is just called Podcasts.
It's the purple one.
Purple Podcast app, dude. And that's how I check to make sure our podcasts go up. That's how I listen to the Duncan Trussell Family Hour, the Church of What's Happening Now, the Joe Rogan podcast. All those guys, I listen to them through the podcast app.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dude, other than that, like, look, it's going to get ridiculous to where, I use the messaging app, or I use...
No, I mean,
there's some apps that are ridiculous like that. Yeah, like Facebook has the built-in, or the Messenger app, which you have to download separate, which sucks. You know, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's just another way to get you to download their app
but,
and get more data from your phone.
Yeah, I feel like, for the most part, the apps that I use, everyone uses. It's nothing. I haven't found anything that's so special. Like, I can see what you have Shazam on there. I do like that app because if there's a song on that I don't know, I'll use the Shazam app, and it just tells you like who's the artist, what's the name of the song.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people that likes to know, you know, the artist, the name of the song, what album it was on, what year did it come out, and you know what are the lyrics, and I love all that stuff. You know, that's why I always said, you know, one of these days I'll do an album breakdown where I'll bring in my top 10 records. I'll have the real thing because I've likely purchased it. Go through track by track and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But what are your favorite apps?
I mean, favorite apps, obviously the ones that I use the most are social media. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. For music, I like iHeartRadio and Pandora and Stitcher. Those are the ones I listen to all those a lot. I listen to our podcast on the podcast, the purple one for the iPhone. I use Waze a lot, dude.
Yeah,
Waze,
great app. That's a good app.
Waze I use, dude, like religiously. If I'm going anywhere,
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
I constantly use Waze and I update it. Like I love that app. I downloaded another cool app that I really like called Acorns. Acorns.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Acorns is cool, man. So what Acorns does is you register for the account. You hook up. So I hooked up. I have two accounts that I use, like my Chase and my Wells Fargo. Same with my wife, same account. So I hooked all 4 of our cards up to this account. And every time, let's say it just rounds up the change and puts it into a savings account for you. Mm-hmm. So I really don't use cash. So I use my card all the time. In the morning, buying something for breakfast. Hey, this is $1.50. It rounds it up to 2, puts the 50 cents into a savings account.
Yeah.
And Ivy and I are doing this. We use our cards throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month.
Yeah.
I signed up in December. You could put like $10 in it to start, or
nice.
or $50 to start, or something. So we deposit
kickoff.
Yeah, so we put in like $50 out of our regular checking account every month, and then so that's auto deposited, and then it just rounds up all of our change. Or you could do that change. You could do it by like times 10, times 20, like of that change.
Okay.
I think it's on like times 5 or 10 right now.
Wow.
But dude, since December, till now, it's we have almost like $700 in there.
Wow. That's good.
3 months, dude. 3 months, and this is
you have
just
a 5
chunk
time.
change.
You have a 5-time multiplier.
I think so. Like
so, if the cost of something is $3.90, the 10 cents is the remainder. So it puts that away, but it multiplies it by 5, and you're actually going to be deducted 50 cents.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah, dude. So the thing is, if it's something like 90 cents, then that one purchase is going to be $4.50.
Yeah,
it's going to put away in your Acorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you just kind of have to keep a closer eye on your debit checking account. You're going to see
it. Right now it's minuscule for us. It's not like crazy, and you could tone that back. You can just go back to regular if you want. Like if you're low on funds and you don't want it to do it 10 times or 5 times.
Because if you're buying a $1 thing and the tax is 9 cents.
I mean, a lot
91
of
cents times 5 is another $4.50 every time you make a $1 purchase. If you're doing that.
I'm not buying anything for $1.
Right, yeah,
I'm going buying like things are like $10, $15, whatever. But it hasn't even I haven't even it hasn't been an issue to like, oh man, it's taking too much or anything like that. Yeah. It's just like I don't even look at it, and then I'll look at it a month later or something, 2 months later. I'm like, oh, it's growing. Yeah. And then you can also invest in the program. So there's like stocks in there that they suggest that you can invest with.
Yeah.
So you can invest that way. Right now, I'm just kind of using this as a savings account, and dude, almost like $670 or $650 like right now, like almost $700 in like 3 months and in a week or so.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's badass, dude. That's a good way to put away money, dude.
And then there's one other app that I just downloaded like yesterday called Headspace that I heard about, and it's just like a meditation. I've never meditated in my life. I want to try to learn how to meditate, and it's like 10 minutes a day or whatever it is in the morning, just to kind of clear your thoughts, get ready for the day, and be focused.
Right.
That's something I also want to kind of start to work on. So those are my favorite apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dude, we should go to like a temple or like a Buddhist temple or something like that.
Well, dude, I'm going to Philippines in. I actually have an app that tells me how long. 37 days, 4 hours, 30 minutes, and 44 seconds.
You're loving it, man.
Yeah, that's a cool app.
That'd be a nice vacation for you. That'd be a vacation for me, dude. I've had the whole house to myself.
So as of right now, we're gonna do Philippines for 2 weeks, and then
you guys have been up planning.
And then we're also gonna do Thailand for 1 week.
For a week.
So Thailand
right
has
after?
a lot of temples, right? Yeah, we're gonna fly from there over there.
You're gonna be gone for 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
Dang, dude, that's a long vacation.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I should hook this place up and make it an Airbnb for that room, huh? Just rent it out.
Could, dude. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do here by myself for 3 weeks, but
yeah,
jeez, come back and the house ain't gonna be here.
So maybe I'll visit some Buddhist temple. Or
we better
something.
make sure we have a lot of podcast material before you go.
Yeah.
Like, when you come back, man, that's gonna be one long ass podcast. It's gonna be like 5 hours long. You're gonna get a lot of good stories over there. Yeah. That's the good thing about traveling and about getting out and doing stuff like that is. I know for a fact that I always have the most fun podcasting after, a good trip.
After you're doing something fun, you have just a bunch of energy and a bunch of fun stories and stuff to talk about, people you met, things you did. Mm-hmm. That's all. I can't wait to come back and share that with you guys.
Yeah, and dude, I can't imagine, I know you mentioned to me, I don't know if you mentioned it on the podcast, but you were going with her mom, so she's going to know, all the hot spots. And what is your, what are, in your mind, what are your goals to hit? What do you want to see? What is like
I'm not trying
priority number one when you go to the Philippines?
There is none.
So, just to relax?
No. It's going to be an adventure trip. So we're gonna be flying into Manila. Thank God her whole family. So my wife's Filipino. Her mom is gonna be going with us for the first 2 weeks, and then when we go to Thailand, she's gonna be going home. But they're from there,
Right.
You know, I became here when she was 12. So, you know, we're going to be going back home and meeting all her mom's side of the family who's all there. All her dad's side of the family's in America. So I already know them. So I'm going to be getting to know like a whole side of the family that I've never even met except for Facebook. You know, they're like, hey, Tom, you know.
Yeah. That's cool.
So we're going to be going and visiting a bunch of different family members, but we're also going to be doing like all kinds of different excursions, renting scooters, driving around, seeing crazy waterfalls, going to beaches, just doing everything and really taking in the culture and just diving into that. You know, maybe I'm going to sleep on some dirt floors, dude. Maybe I'm going to stay in some nice hotels. Maybe I'm going to sleep on the beach. Maybe, I don't know, dude. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
You're going to take up a job while you're out there probably too, man.
Dude.
Turn into Brian Bischoff and start painting walls for money.
I mean, your dollar goes so far out there too. And I think $1 is like 40,
what is the most expensive part?
Just
the plane ticket to get out there? Or
yeah, the plane ticket's probably the most expensive thing. And then we're going to stay in some nice hotels out there, but we'll probably stay in some other cool areas. Maybe some of her family will hook it up and like let us stay in their house for a night or two. So we're going to be going to a couple, like, the Philippines has like 3,000 islands or something crazy like that. So we're going to go visit like a lot of cool stuff. I want to definitely
scuba diving,
swim with some whale sharks, and just go do some fun stuff, jump off some cliffs. Like, there's just so many cool things to do there. So many rad waterfalls, like white beaches, like, and then going to Thailand. Have you ever seen the movie Leonardo DiCaprio, The Beach?
I thought you were going to say Titanic. No, I have not seen the
Okay,
beach.
so they go to that's where it was filmed.
Oh, really?
There's just so many beautiful places in Thailand.
Yeah,
you know, go see a Ladyboy show. I don't know. Just
man.
Go do some crazy stuff, man. And dude, Dad was like, "You can borrow my camera." So I'm gonna take his Nikon or whatever.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna borrow it too when I go to New York.
Yeah. So
wait, so when do you come back? Because you're gonna be gone in what, April?
Yeah, I'm living mid-April, coming back in the next month.
It's my birthday. We're celebrating it on the 19th. You better be there, dude. May 19th, and then my actual birthday, I'll be gone in the Big Apple.
Yeah.
So,
look at that belly, dude. Look at that gut.
It's getting better, dude. I've lost 8 pounds since we've started this diet.
Nice.
And that's simply from cutting back. No, I haven't had any soda.
Good.
I haven't had any candy. Look, I drink a lot of soda and eat a lot of candy.
Do you?
Yeah. Typically, yeah. And it's just cutting back and not eating as much crap. You know, junk food, cutting out junk food.
Yeah.
I had some chips today that you had in the room, and I watched what I did. I just started.
That's why I put them over there.
Dude, huh? Is that why?
No.
And I was like, dude, what am I doing? I'm just like mowing down these chips. But every day this week, it's just been, you know, I'm realizing those first few days were the toughest. You know, because I weighed myself last Sunday. I'm 208 pounds, 0.8.
That shit blew your mind.
You're like, Dad said you were getting bigger. You didn't say anything. I was so blown away. And then by yesterday morning or 2 days ago, I was down to 199.8, and I was so stoked. I took a picture of the scale. I sent it to my girlfriend. You know,
you should have sent it to me.
You want to share it with someone. You're just like, that easily. That you came down on your weight just by cutting out the bad foods, man.
Also, we took those measurements at the end of the night, and
that was at the end of the night, and I think that was the day we went to Alondra Hot Wings.
Yeah.
So and had pizza with Dad, and then I went because then I went to Josh's engagement party. I came back, and then we did it that night, and each one of the podcasts, you know, that we do after that, you know, we're going to be giving you guys updates on everything like that. And I think, you know, maybe when we weigh in, we'll probably just maybe, I don't know, have a freaking pig out or something afterwards. We got some stuff planned for you guys. Yeah. It'll be fun. But we don't want to make every podcast leading up to that all about weight loss. So we'll just give you like some updates, you know, at the end of our podcast and keep you informed. But it's definitely something to be excited about because either way, the prize is $125. I see both of us on both sides losing weight on this thing. And neither one of us want to lose. I think listening to myself back from that first podcast, I'm going to win. I remember thinking that. And I looked back and I was listening to you, and you didn't say that, not once, because you're just trying to lose weight. But I realized, man, I sound like an idiot, like just wanting to lose all. I'm gonna win that money, because now, jeez, man, what if I lose? Because you really are losing weight, and I am too. But
I lost
geez.
9 pounds last week.
Good, man. That's just crazy. We lose weight quick, man. I don't get it. And look, it's the weigh-in's not until April 6th. So we still got time, we can hit it hard. I know I'm going to start exercising too and get that gym pass out, and then the weight will start coming off even quicker.
Yeah.
Because, that first 9 pounds, that was just shock value. That was like your body coming off of, your body coming off of an awful diet over the last year and a half, and all of a sudden you cut that out, you're going to drop some pounds. So after that, now it's like, okay, well now you got to work for the rest. And so that's what I'm prepared to do.
Today was such a crappy day that I told you that I didn't go to the gym, but I came home and did like a nice run. Dude, running on the pavement is so much different on your knees and your body. Like I feel like I'm going to be sore tonight. But I'm glad I went and got that like a 3-mile run in today.
Yeah, as long as you're sore, your body's still burning, dude.
Yeah.
That's good.
Had a protein shake after. I feel pretty good about it, dude.
Yeah, you felt good, but you were just in a crummy mood. Look, you were in a crummy mood. You weren't about to podcast, and then we brought your spirits back up, man.
Back up, dude. Back to square one, and I'm definitely glad we did. It's like a therapy session.
Yeah, working out is definitely therapeutic. Brings you back to square one, makes you feel good.
Yeah,
I think that's our podcast, dude.
I think that's it, man. I think it's time to call it a wrap, and let's go make some food.
Listen, we love you guys. Hang in there. Hey, you know what? We're gonna have a lot more podcasts coming up, so don't be sad that we're gonna go from you guys. This was a really sad week for me. I didn't come prepared for anything. But as we're fading out, I'm going to give you the 5 hacks on how to look skinny in photos. These, when I was Googling today, trying to find material, just trying to find something. I didn't have anything. I didn't prepare. I found 5. It says 5 hacks how to look thin AF in photos from Kim Kardashian's app.
Let's hear it.
Hide behind your squad. The first tip Chloe gives, so it's Chloe. The first tip Chloe gives is to hide behind your pals in photos. She says that you can literally have yourself by strategically getting close to your BFFs.
What?
Number 2, have the photographer shoot from above. Look, this is common knowledge. Chloe writes that you should only
you can't
allow...
see her double chin.
Huh?
So you can't see her double chin?
Yeah, Chloe says... You should only allow one person to take the picture of you to shoot from above because it's the only flattering angle. Number 3, stick out your chin. Chloe tells fans to stick out. Look, it could be just people listening to her, but she says fans. Chloe tells her fans to stick out their chin in photos and just say no to double chin vibes.
Yeah, because they stretch out that fat that's underneath their chin.
Number 4, we're almost done, people. Use your arms and shoulders, hands on hips, Chloe writes. Bonus points if you angle sideways and use your camera facing arm. Shoulders back and away from the ears, always. Number 5, this is the blockbuster here. Wear black and vertical stripes.
That's a good one.
Chloe says to avoid wearing prints and horizontal stripes in photos because they add instant bulk.
And Chloe could just go take her fat ass to the gym.
Yeah, man. That's the worst advice ever. You're an idiot. God, it just makes me so mad.
Just go work out.
Oh, it's so stupid, dude.
Eat right! Oh, I'm getting mad again! I'm getting my blood flowing! And this podcast!